2, Strikers Family Sports Center here in Sunrise, Florida, where we have 2 matches left. We're down to the final 4 players of the Sam Costa match play tournament, and these 2 matches are worlds apart. One's way down there, one's way down there, because we're keeping these 2 pairs, saving them for the last 2 matches, and these pairs have already been bowled on. So we've got one match down on the end here. It's Dorano Hyatt versus Adam Colton. And we are one of the few bowling centers in the country that actually shows the PBA. Good shot by Sterner there. And so we've got Dorano Hyatt, and he is up, and it looks like he strikes. So he starts off his match against Adam Colton with a double. And here's Andrew Cologne going back the other direction. Didn't like it off his hand, and I can see why. 2-4-8-10. So after striking in the first frame, Cologne with the 2-4-8-10. And so here's Colton coming back to his second frame after opening in the first frame. And he's going to open in the second frame too.
6-7-10 in the first frame and a big 4 here.
Yeah, so not looking good early for Adam Colton, that's for sure. He's got split.
Sterner, does Sterner get the hit?
Don't ruin it for people. Don't ruin it for people. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers on the stream for people who aren't watching the PBA. Colton looking just kind of wood here, so he does that. So Dorano Hyatt has a double. Colton with open, so Hyatt off to a big early start in his match. Now the loser of this match is eliminated. The winner of this match will go on to face the loser of the final winners bracket match, which is John Rakoski and Andrew Cologne. Let's take a look here. It looks like Rakoski has fair strike. Cologne with strike open. And a flat 10 there for Rakoski. Rakoski and Cologne are bowling on a fresh pair, and Colton and Dorano Hyatt are bowling on a pair that's had some play on it already.
Back to the action pro prior with Cal Paxton. I'm doing open with, I don't know what he was throwing. He switches back to the action pro and tears down the rack a little bit for 10. And Jeff said,
Speed was a better start. You got more money in the fight.
Early advance.
And Dorano's still throwing that Nova. That was so good for him in the match before.
Yeah, well, the whole day, really. Throwing it most of the day. Threw it a little bit yesterday.
And wow, he trips out the 2-8-10.
I mean, he got that way right.
Yes.
And you can see in the second he pulled up on that. He didn't like it, but...
So we're going to actually walk over there a little bit. We're going to get behind those 2 guys and show that match. So we're in a little bit of a pickle having all these 2 matches not even near each other, but that's okay. So Hyatt now working on a triple. Holding with split strike. Way left. We've got cross over. No, baby split. Not a good shot there from Hyatt after.
If he throws every other shot in between those 2, I think he's good.
Yeah, we've got the 2 extremes down.
Yep. And hats off to Dorano. It's really both a great tournament. What looks like a couple of nervous shots here and there, but other than that, he's held up really well.
No. The moment hasn't been too big for him at all.
Right. He's kept his lines in the pocket fairly well, and he's done his job.
Almost makes that split though. Just whips by the 3-pin.
Into with a double off of that 2-4-8-10 switch ball. And probably double. Right back on track. And rack with the fair strike. And right back into that match with a double off.
So here's Colton now, trying to stave off elimination. He does have a strike that he's working on after starting with 2 splits.
Pretty sure the old guy who called this many games in 2 days forever.
And that ball just had nothing at all. That didn't read the pattern. So Colton's in a bit of trouble here. He doesn't have a reaction either lane, it looks like.
Yeah.
He did strike on his last ball, but if Hyatt can get those little jitters out of him and keep striking, this is going to be a quick exit here in this 2-game match. So open, strike open for Colton, and triple open for Hyatt. Hyatt is 43. Yeah, he's doubled his
literally
Holden
double.
score. Literally double Holden score. So 4 frames, he has a 43 pin lead already.
Down in the other match, Costa still has not doubled. Clean if he picks up this 4 pin.
We'll head over there. We'll head over there in a second. Let's just get Colton's second shot and see if he can get something going here.
That was in.
That was in, but it didn't hook. 94-9.
94-9.
Wow.
Interesting, because he's the only one I think can get that much push. Even with the low hand that he has. There's a lot of push there. I expected that to go through his face. And it kind of held off a little bit.
He has to try to make this now. There's no question. He's down by 40, 50 pins.
Especially if Toronto doesn't double that. He could lock out this match very early.
It's got a chance. Just hooked by it. So that's going to be 51 in the 5th for Adam Colton. So we're going to make our way over to the winner's bracket, where John Rakowski and Andrew Colon are going at it, and Colon working on a double. We'll get his shot before we stop moving. And he strikes again. So that's a triple for Colon.
Andrew was throwing the Zen Master the first 2 frames, and right after that, 2-4-8-10 quickly came out of that Zen Master. Try to
What's he
find out
throwing
what
in?
he's throwing. Yeah, I can't see. It might be. I don't know. Can't tell. I'm gonna go.
It might be a bowling ball.
It's bowling.
Okay.
Definitely.
Colon working on a triple.
Rubicon UC2.
It's a Rubicon, okay. UC2. Oh, look at that. UC2 was the the pearl one, right? The pearl ace.
I want to say yes.
The original Rubicon was the dark blue one. Then the UC2 was the pearl one, and the UC3 was the urethane one.
Correct.
So he's using the pearl. Okay.
And taking a little bit of a lead here with John's inability to double in the first half of this game, and Andrew throwing a 4-bagger.
Rakowski with a good shot there, right?
Yeah.
So Rakowski is still on that 200 pace, put the Dutch 200 through 6 frames, but that's not going to do a whole lot versus Colon's 4-bagger. Rakowski needs to get something going here now. And this is a 2 games total pins match. This is the winner's bracket match, so the loser of this is not eliminated. They'll take on the winner of the other match that's going on between Durano Hyatt and Adam Colton. Costa strikes there, so that's a big double to get him back on track.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
It's a little fist bump.
Yep, he's got both lanes figured out, so expect to see a better finish to this match.
Another one of those no doubters right here.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He's so good.
He's absolutely lined in right now. As good a player as Rakowski is, he's got his work cut out for him. But Colon's looking really strong right now.
I mean, these guys are of equal quality when it comes down to being a player. The ball just comes out of Andrew's hand so clean, so pure. And he's a great player in his own right. Rakowski a little more seasoned, we'll say, and experienced. The only 2-time winner of the hat that I'm aware of. But, you know, like I said, got his work cut out for him.
I thought they banned you from the tat once you win it once.
They are supposed to. But somehow John got to go back and win it again.
That was Chris Quill, for sure. And here's another one, and that looks pretty good too.
Yeah, no doubt, yet again.
Malone's got it going right now. It's a big six-bagger. So now Rakowski gets up on the right lane, and he can punch out for 250, but Malone still has 260 in his back pocket if he can throw another four-bagger. Good shot there from Rakowski, so he's got a triple now. Still looking to finish this match out strong, but I'll tell you what, either one of the two of them, whichever one wins, is looking really good to win the tournament, but whichever one of them loses, it's still looking really good to beat whoever comes out of the losers bracket because they're both struggling down there.
I agree, and these two guys were both our winners bracket picks.
Right, they were.
Rakowski was my pick from the beginning, and I, you know, Andrew was my second pick, and Andrew was your first pick.
Right.
So these guys kind of rising to the top as we expected.
That ball double dribble a little bit, comes up a little light. Got that spinner pin there and knocks the 7 out. Rakowski smiling.
True Rakowski fashion, getting the ball 15 feet out on the lane.
Yeah, you don't see him helicoptering pins very often.
No,
but
definitely not. But he definitely is one of the best at taking the front part of the lane out of play. And when you're in a high friction house, that helps you quite a bit.
move over a little bit. Make sure we get it in the frame.
Give you guys a little perspective. I'm hoping 60 something in the 70s.
Oh my lord, what's going on? Oh, Cologne gets it right, and that was not even close. And that's a big opening for Rakowski.
Huge. But makeable. A little bit more makeable than the 248 he left earlier.
You could try to go for this, or just get the 2?
You need to get the 2. You're on a double. 2 means 4. And in a tight match where Rakowski could potentially shoot 250, you absolutely need to make sure you cover the 2. But I think Andrew's good enough to cover the 2 and try to get 4 at the same time.
All right. See what happens.
This is what he did there. Made sure he covered the 2, but gave it a run. But big switch in momentum here. That went from Andrew potentially taking a 5-10 lead to potentially, even if he strikes out, being down to 20 speed. Let's see if the old guy can mark that.
He does. Hey, Colton with a strike.
Hey, and a little
Gets him into the 70s.
sarcastic applause from the crowd.
Gets him into the 70s. He needs a strike on this one also. Make sure he puts up a double in the 10th frame.
Yeah, absolutely.
This 218 is not going to be good enough to build on.
I mean, 258 is not good enough either, really. Strikes out for 250. So. Adam's double. He will break 100, folks.
Adam will break 100. He's got Tom to already beat.
Yeah, no, he's got Tom to already beat, and we were on 100 alert, not 300 alert.
Chasing 100.
100 alert.
Chasing 100.
Toronto, after splitting and then splitting and sparing, he puts up a double. He's going to take a commanding lead in that match.
Malone didn't like that one.
Shot at
So he's just going to get the 2 here. He's going to finish with 216. And Rakowski has a chance to put up 250. So Malone had a lot of momentum, but just the last 2 frames, a little trip up, getting one ball to the right and one ball to the left.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, even though the 2 of them were scoring, it makes it look like the pattern's easy. All of a sudden, you see it's not as easy as it looks.
Andrew paid for every bad shot he could get. Which most of the other bowlers, they were paying for a few of them, but not every one. Andrew threw 9 quality shots. There were 8 quality shots this game. and 3 bad ones, and paid at 6-2 for every bad shot.
So let's see what Rakowski can do here. Strike here would be big. We'll put him into the 230s.
Yeah, I mean, he could, if he punches out, he could 250, 34 for the mean. And against John, that was even as good as individual. 34 for the mean is going to be very, very tough to overcome.
Ball a little light, but able to get the 8 pin to go late. So he's going to still be in. He's in the even if he goes 9 straight, at 229. So the strike here will give him a chance to put up that 250.
9 fair would be 239.
9 spare. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he still has, even 9 fair, he still has a 2350.
Comes together.
9 fair should be.
Got it a little left, so he'll make this. He'll finish with 239. So that's going to be a 23 pin lead going into game 2. So let's go down to Narnia. Yeah, let's go back to chasing 100 and see how Colton is doing. Oh, it looks like Colton has a double. He did double. Okay.
So now we're chasing 150.
His predicament has severely improved. Well, here's Dorano Hyatt. We'll take a look at the scoreboard after, but we'll tell you right now, if he strikes here, he's going to be over 200.
And Adam Fulton does not have his fair lead. 9 frames for his fair.
So that's a strike for Hyatt, and you can see he's got 193 in the ninth. He can punch out for 223, and Adam Colton maybe will shoot 123. So
Adam can punch out for 158 without his fair. Not often you see that.
yeah, 5 out of his last 6 shots were strikes and 150.
We love the old guy. We jest, but we love the old guy. He has bowled a lot of games this weekend. Probably the most he's bowled in a weekend. My guess is 10, 15 years.
You think maybe he's just run out of gas, or this pair is just really wonky?
Yeah, probably a little bit of both. You know, I mean, Adam's bowled what's got to be 20 plus games now between practice and over the course of the 2 days. So, you know, this is that's a lot for anybody. You know, you saw a couple of guys complaining about their hands hurting and fingers hurting and stuff. But you know, Adam's 61. Adam's not a young guy. Still a great player, but doesn't bowl as often as some of these younger guys do. So I'm sure it's taking a little bit of a toll on him.
So Hyatt finishes with 213, easily winning, well, not winning game 1, but taking a huge lead in this 2-game total pin set. Luis, you are welcome. Thank you very much. I'm glad that we could do this for the bowlers, and I hope you guys are enjoying the telecast, so to speak. And I hope you're not bothered too much by my Blair Witch Project holding up the iPad here, but the best we got. We don't have the fancy computer setup like some of the other, you know, actual streams do, but we wanted to bring you this event. So, you know, we're doing what we got. The Colton looks like he's splitting balls maybe after
Exactly,
all those
altered
splits.
reality, and
It's another split.
Yet another potential non-spare here for Becky Colton.
There's a lot of red up there. Wow. 6th split of the game.
Small update on Rakowski throwing that. They both opened the strike, and then Rakowski just left it in frame 2. So a little bit of an opening if he does not cover.
So we're going to head back over there. That's
a
23.
lead for Dorano.
90. So we're just going to assume that Dorano is going to take that thing up
Yeah,
by 90.
yeah,
we're just going to hang out
call
here.
that match early.
Yeah, we're going to hang out down here on 37 and 8 until something really strange happens down there. And let's see how these guys are doing. Looks like Rakowski just has a split and he opened. So Cologne now looking to get some of these pins back. He was down by how much was it? Remember?
23.
23.
So he can get most of them back right here with a double.
Oh, it's doing it.
And it's really all about execution for Andrew. If he's
Oh, his ball
all the
reaction's
shots
great.
he has executed, he's strong.
Yeah, his ball reaction's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
his ball reaction
Just has to throw good.
really good. Haven't seen stonates or anything like that. It's just he's burying the hole and knocking them down. The 3 shots he missed were the 3 shots he paid for. And he missed right there too. And paid for that again.
make up those 90 pins.
All right. Adam Colton is calling the comeback.
I'm
He
calling.
might have to shoot 300.
I'm calling BS on the Colton comeback, but you know, we will flash over if in fact we need to. Toronto did open with a split, so you never know.
Cologne going for that and does not make it. So that's going to be 26 in the second frame. And now he wasn't able to make up any of that deficit.
Yeah,
now
no,
he's down by 2 this game.
Yeah,
now.
that was a huge shot. You know, a double there makes up a little bit of the deficit. Instead, he goes down 2 additional pins from the first game, so now he's down 25 total. And again, he's made 4 bad shots in this match, and he has paid for all 4 of those shots. And Colton with a strike in the first frame has already beat his last game
With a 10.
with a 10. Still does not have a spare in that match.
That looks like a better shot from Cologne. And strikes. Matt Williams, you wonder whose arms are more tired, the bowlers or the cameraman. I can tell you right now, it's the cameraman. Yesterday, when they took a 40-minute break to oil the lanes, there was nobody in the building happier about that than me, and I hadn't thrown a ball all weekend. So I am very sore and tired, but that's okay. We're going to work through it and bring you the rest of this tournament. A great shot by Rakowski there.
And Colton doubled, by the way, so still no spares
right.
in that match for Adam Colton.
Okay. Colton 10 shots away from that 300 game. And
Toronto missing the head pin right, so Colton making up a few of those 90 pins in the first couple of frames. We're not taking you back there yet, but we might have to if Colton throws a few more.
Jeff's secret to strength and conditioning is I had some granola bars this morning and Chipotle yesterday.
And a bagel.
And a bagel. I did have a bagel yesterday, and I did not have half of a muffin, though. I wanted it, but I stayed
did
away.
Too, but I passed. I had the bagel, though. Don't get yourself. But pass on the muffin as well. Thank you, Steve, I believe, brought the 2 days, so thank you for that.
A good shot there by Rakowski, so that's a double for him. And Cologne's got some work to do if he wants to make up this deficit. He needs to just keep making good shots. Just right again, 210 again.
5 bad shots, 5 splits. This match would be very different if he got a little bit of a break on any of those bad shots, really. But has just unfortunately paid for each and every one of them. Covers that. That's good.
Colton with a triple.
No spares yet.
Colton with a triple.
Toronto no strikes yet. So Colton is making up pins every frame.
Toronto, just all he needs to do is shoot 210, Hyatt. Just needs 210.
No, he's 211.
211. And a strike from below there, so still down in this match, but at least a good shot there. And he's got strikes on that left lane, but he keeps leaking it right on that right lane over and over. And that's not going to get it done here against Rakowski.
I mean, he finally marked on a bad shot. You know, all of them were borderline makeable and makeable splits. And at least he finally. By the way, Adam just left the baby split. So we actually have the
He might
potential
still have no
to
spares.
have no spares still for Mr. Colton in that match. Oh, that's high. Oh,
No,
wow.
it's not.
No,
Nope,
no,
you're wrong.
I
Nope,
lied.
you're wrong.
I totally lied.
Liar.
I'm going to sit here and say nothing.
You're a lying liar.
I think Adam made it fair because the crowd is
He did.
cheering. Yes.
Ooh, almost needs a 7-10, but gets the 7 to fall late. That would have been the opening that Cologne needed, but unfortunately
Yeah.
for him, fortunately for Rakowski, the 7 falls late.
Yeah. Still, though, unless Andrew, I think he needs the rest of them, to be honest. And he's got to finish on that right lane. On top of everything else, he's got to finish on that right lane. So he really needs to figure it out now to have any chance.
Let's take a couple of steps over. So here's Cologne now, working on one strike. He absolutely needs this. And comes up light on that lane again. He just can't seem to get his ball to hook off that lane. Granted, some of them have been really bad shots, didn't get too much to the right. But
That one I didn't think was, though, and it just didn't read. So,
looked like he might have thrown a little too hard. But that ball did have a bunch of speed on it.
yep. That's the first one.
But now Cologne down 40-something in this match with only 4 frames to go. He's going to need a lot of help from Costa if Cologne wants to win this match. But he also needs to start figuring out how to strike on the right lane.
I don't know what he has.
Colton's all. Yeah, we figured that part out.
Mhm.
Yeah, he finally made it fair in the third or fourth frame of game 2. We didn't do that. Yeah,
That looks like a-
That's just Toronto opening, but
And that looked like a good shot from Cologne. It never cornered either, so he's going to have to change balls. But it might be too late now anyway.
Your rack comes up and throws a double, and I think that match is over. I still give the nod to Andrew over Toronto in the loser bracket match.
Well, they are going to get 5 minutes of practice before the match, so Andrew will get to play around with some different balls and figure out what he can do differently to get this ball to strike or something else to strike.
I mean, and for all intents and purposes, Andrew's a better player. So that experience, a little more experience, a little better player, so that hopefully he'll take this match and throw it behind him, and then have that come out for his next match.
So that's a triple for Hyatt down there on lane 28. So that match is over. Adam Colton is eliminated from this tournament, coming in 4th place. And Durano Hyatt will move on, more than likely to face Andrew Cologne in the final game of the losers bracket. As Rakowski leaves at 10, but he will undoubtedly make this fair.
Not mathematically over yet. Rakowski doubles there. It's all but over, but still a little bit of light.
He's got 40 pins to make up and
Yeah.
not a lot of time to do
Yeah,
it.
not a lot of time. But, we've seen stranger things happen, like the
Like
couple
Adam-
of openings.
Like Adam Colton not throwing a spare until
Right,
the 4th
like
frame
Adam
of the second
Colton not
game.
sparing, yeah. But, Rack's one of the best spare shooters around as well. So you don't really expect him to miss any single pins, that's for sure. The only chance Andrew has is if there's any kind of split or unmakeable conversion split.
And strike that from Rakowski.
So it's do or die here for Andrew.
Andrew strikes out. He's going to bowl 214. And Rakowski going at a 206 pace.
Yeah, so it's really going to be tough for him to flip this match.
I mean, if he shoots 214, he needs Rakowski to shoot less than 170. And if Rakowski gutters on all 4 of his shots, he shoots 156.
23 cents, right?
It was 23. Was it 23? Oh, okay, yeah. It was 23. Okay, so he would need Rakowski to shoot 190.
190.
So Rakowski just has to stay clean. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was,
Andrew does need them, though. Without strike in these next two shots,
I thought it was 40 for some reason. There's a ball change from Cologne. And that one comes way harder off the spot.
Yeah,
That's that axiom curl.
Yep. This red spot a lot harder. Also, it looked like it quite got it thrown right as the others, but
Yeah, it was a better shot.
It was
Yeah.
a better shot than the red spot.
And that Rubicon might have struck from there too, but it was just wiggling too much at the break point. You got to try something different.
Correct.
And you never know. You never know. Shoot 214, maybe, your opponent's 710 or something like
Yeah,
that.
you never know. He needs them. Rack would need to open. Actually, would need to open twice. So, all but over unless Andrew strikes, and then once Rack throws a mark,
That ball's way right. Way right. And that's another 2-8 then.
I'm going to bow out and right for me. See that?
Yep. And this match is all but over, so we are going to take a break. There's going to be a 5-minute practice for both bowlers as both these matches come to a close on their new pairs. So we're down to 3 bowlers in the tournament. Andrew Cologne will be taking on Serrano Hyatt in the semifinals, and the winner of that match will go on to face, we see the good conversion by Cologne, will go on to face John Rakowski in the final, and they'll have to beat Rakowski twice in two-game matches if they want to take home this title. But until then, we will see you in about